So what is up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech, and welcome to this iPhone 5S versus iPhone 6s Plus iOS 10.0.2 video comparison. Now, the reason I am doing this comparison is due to the fact that many of us still use the iPhone 5S even here late in 2016, and this might be our first iPhone, and I just want to see how they stack up next to each other. Some of you also might be right on your way out of an iPhone 5S, and you want to see if you might go to the 7 Plus, or even this video right here will help you decide if you want to go to the 6s Plus, and if that's going to be a worthy upgrade for you on that one. So what we're going to do is run these guys through a boot up test, an app test, and a speed test on Wi-Fi, and some browser website test as well, and see which one comes out on top. Now, it's pretty obvious the iPhone 6s Plus should come out on top, but let's see how much it does come out on top on everyday uses. So let's find out that right now. Let's go. Alright guys, so I don't think we have to talk much about these specifications. We know this has an A7 chipset with 1 GB of RAM, and this has an A9 chipset with 2 GB of RAM. So let's go ahead and boot both of these guys up here really quickly in 3, 2, 1. And let's see which one gets to the home screen quicker. Now, the Apple logo did show first here on the iPhone 5S, but that does not make it a faster boot up. A lot of people were saying in previous videos, oh, the iPhone 5S booted up quicker because it showed the Apple logo. No, that does not mean it boots up quicker. That's just the time from pressing the button to seeing the screen. So let's see which one gets there first. My guess is the iPhone 6s Plus, which it was there first. I'll put the passcode in just a second, but you can see we are still waiting on the 5S. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now while we are waiting on the 5S here, and we are here on the iPhone 6s Plus. We are in, but we're still waiting on the 5S. You can see how much longer it really does take in real time to boot up the iPhone 5S here. Okay, let me go ahead and put the passcode in for the iPhone 5S here, and we're gonna see what happens here on both of these devices. So let me go ahead and go into settings on the iPhone 6s Plus and confirm that we are running version iOS 10.0.2 here, and I want to do the same thing here on the iPhone 5S and confirm that we are running iOS version 10.0.2 here on the iPhone 5S. So it is a 64 GB model here on the 5S, where we have 128 gigs, but that should not really change it too much. But anyway, let's go ahead and close everything out here and let's begin our applications test here on both of these devices. So let's start with the calendar on both in 3, 2, 1. And you can see that looked about even. Let me know. Go back home. Let's go into weather, 6s Plus, and then the 5S, but only slightly behind is the 5S. Clock looked about the same there on the clock. Nice stuff, 5S. Let's go into settings. A little bit faster there on the 6s Plus. Let's go into the App Store. A little bit faster there. Well, actually quite a bit faster there on the iPhone 6s Plus. Let's go into calculator. About the same there. Let's go into Safari on both. And let's go to the same website. Let's go to, well, we're talking about Apple, so let's go to apple.com here. Let me load that up really quickly. Let's go to apple.com here on the iPhone 6s Plus, and let's go. And you can see that was so similar. So you guys can see that even here in 2016, the iPhone 5S performs very well here still, even up against the latest, well, not the latest, but the previous latest iPhone 6s Plus. Let's go into Twitter, and a little bit faster there on the 6s Plus. Actually quite a bit faster there on the 6s Plus, and then the 5S. So let's go into voice memos in 3, 2, 1. You could see very similar, slightly quicker on the iPhone 6s Plus. Let's go into speed test, and let's run a speed test on both of these devices here. Let's go here first on the iPhone 5S, but overall you can see that the 5S, while it's not nearly as quick as the iPhone 6s Plus, if this is the only iPhone that is on your radar right now, I don't think it's going to disappoint you too much in terms of its overall speed here. So let's see what happens here on the download. Okay, something's going on with my Wi-Fi there. Not very cool there. But okay, now it's catching back up. I guess there was a little hang there on the 5S. So it looks like we're gonna need around 13 megs down. actually 15, 17. So we went way up. It started out slow, but we went way up. So what about the upload on the 5S? Let's see what we get. And this is not indicative of the real world. This is just kind of showing you what the Wi-Fi strength is of pulling it in. It's pulling in the best speeds it can with the A, B, G, and N Wi-Fi it does. Now this does have AC here on the 6S Plus. So let's see if it does a little bit better on the Wi-Fi test. So let's go ahead and download this guy. Come on, baby. Get started there. Let's see what happens here on the iPhone 6S Plus. And are we going to get slower speeds here on the 6S Plus, shockingly? Let's see what happens. So you can see this application is not really developed well for this size screen. A lot of applications do that on the bigger iPhone. It looks like we got a slower download speed on the same Wi-Fi network and a slower upload so far on the same Wi-Fi network on the 6S Plus. So the 5S has proven that it's still a very solid smartphone so far throughout this video, I would say so. So the 6S Plus is definitely going to lose this round in terms of the Wi-Fi test. But what I was saying earlier is that a lot of applications are not developed for this size screen. For example, this Sonata application, you'll see how big it is blown up, like it's not developed for the big screen. You can see that. Look at the size of that battery icon. Now watch when I go home. You see how much that shrank right there? So what I'm trying to say is that a lot of applications for the iPhone 5S are developed properly for this screen size because Apple was on a 4-inch, 3.5-inch iPhone for so long. But when they upped all the way up to 5.5 inches, developers, not all developers got on the whole big screen bandwagon right away. So they're still working on that even here in 2016. Let's go into Compass in 3, 2, 1. You can see just a hair faster on the 6S Plus. So I think the moral of this video is showing that even on iOS 10.0.2, the iPhone 5S does very well. It's a very solid smartphone. That 64-bit architecture has really aged well here. And if you're wondering about getting your first iPhone and the iPhone 5S is the only one that's in your reach, I think you will not be disappointed in doing just that. Now, if you can swing a little more for the 6S Plus, it is definitely a swifter, quicker, all-around better phone. But is it, I'd say, $500 better? It depends. If you want the bigger screen, I'd say yes. But if you just want an iPhone experience and you don't care about having the latest, highest, awesome tech on your device, then I think the 5S would suit you just fine here in late 2016. But going on one more year, maybe when iOS 11 comes out, you might want to start thinking about an upgrade over the 5S. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap this video up. Let me know what you guys think down below. Any video suggestions, any ideas? Which one of these phones do you have? Are you going to upgrade from this one to this one? Are you going to get rid of this one and go get a 5S to save some money? Who knows the story? Drop it down below so we can all chat about that. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a favor. Go ahead and click the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel for more technology videos like this. I will catch you all in the next one. Be sure to be well and peace.